most substandard. Oh yeah, the other thing is that whenever you go from CDG to AS, it's the build time's a lot quicker. And I did a whole little. I have to tell you this because it's really. I did a whole little spiel on that bar because like the old version does some things versus the new one. Here we are. Check this out. This is why this is important.
Nice.
Really emphasizes the draw time and what happens whenever it will. That's why I argue every time. It's like, your CDG will get missynced because of what the potential queuing it's doing in there. You see that it's the same thing. It's going the same way. And then once it starts getting into this part, it's going and it's got to queue all that stuff.
Right.
It can't draw and not draw at the same time. It's either draw or not draw.
Right.
And that's how that works. And then if it'll queue this stuff up, and then your stuff starts getting slightly off, and then it catches right back up and goes right back in. And that's why it's a poor. Granted, this is a me problem. More than likely, no one's going to run it. No one's going to run into that much of an issue. But you still can run into that queuing issue depending on what you've done. And it's a lot better to just have, no, this is what it is. That's how you work it. And it's the same. And that's why I like having that. That's why I kept it on there, because it's like when it starts going just messy, it's so fucking funny to me. Just. Just fun to look at.
I hear the ticking of the clock. I'm lying here, the room's pitch dark.
So, but notice it starts right at the verse. I don't do that anymore. At all. Oh, look. Oh, that's. And I can tell you, I'm right. Like with this one, because of the timing on the intro, all this timing is probably fine. Look at this. Watch the line. Watch the line.
Here, the room's pitch dark.
Like instantly out. That's terrible.
I wonder where you are tonight.
Ends right after telephone.
On the telephone.
That's horrific. I started here. That's about where I'd start. That's so bad. Oh God. Did you see blue screen? Yeah, but did you really watch it though? Did you? Yeah, sure. He noticed so many things in it. Like it's like he actually he went and paused he paused it here and noticed. Yeah, if you have probably detecting boring and turn off massive bonkness to your video. I just check to make sure the audio editor video is playing properly, idiot. And then later on, he hopped on one of the streams, and then he made a comment that it was the funniest thing that I did this part. See, fuckless. And this one, swear detected, and then I changed it to heckless.
Nice.
Like he actually noticed that, and then it's like, and also like and that QR code works. Like, yeah, it does. It totally does. All I did was go to a QR maker and just, all right, I wanted to go here, do that,
Mhm.
and just pump that out. And it's like, okay, paste, done. Call support person, tough cookie. Blue screen of death. HQ. There they are. Like
Okay, nice.
it was just go here, okay, and then you can make then you just type into it,
Mm.
and then full screen screenshot, and there it is.
Mhm.
Wasn't too different. It wasn't like you know. That's why you're not the first to think of these things,
Right.
and that's not a put down on anybody,
Mhm.
but more than likely there's nothing new under the sun. You are probably not the first to think of any of the stuff that's been done.
Mhm.
So that's my immediate assumption, really, is well, someone
Someone
someone has done this before. Someone has done a created blue screen. Someone has done this, so it's got to be out there somewhere. And
that's how
that's
you
why
already
I
say.
don't understand how I'm the first one to do the stuff that I've done. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, no,
I
I
feel
guess
like
so.
someone else has to have done this stuff before I did, not me. And so far, no, it's me. I just don't think they even thought about it.
Right.
Just
Mhm.
I I honestly think, and that's what gets me is like, okay, you get 20 styles, right?
Mhm.
And maybe their thought, maybe the thought was, okay, you can just because this is like my default of like if I want, real easy pair of those. So you can just have all those and just do, fill up a default, and that's all you ever have to do. And you have
Mhm.
different ones. They never thought about changing them in the track or you know putting things different. That's what gets me. It's like it's all here. Everything's just here. Never thought about going, okay, well you could and some people honestly just never went through here. I don't blame a lot of the people. If you get it to where your display remove settings are exactly the way you like them,
Mhm.
then you don't really ever have to. You can just start it and go.
Right.
And if you have to fix something because of the way the thing does, you can. But most people don't. It's very much just set it and forget it kind of thing.
Mhm.
And I don't disagree with that. That's not a bad. That's a good way to live if you can do it. On the and it really comes back to I don't like nostalgia. I think it's bad.
They investing in the youth. You know what I'm saying? Investing in the younger, the BGs, which we would call like the baby gangsters. You investing in these dudes. You want to see them, take the set further than where you are. You feel me? But an old head is like, what happened to rapping? What the hell? This skinny jeans. Like the dudes that are like just salty about everything. Those are the old heads. You just want stuff to be how you remember it.
Nostalgia is toxic
Mhm.
because guess what? It's never as good as you remember. Period. Never is.
Right.
And even then, like, it was never better back in the day. I don't care what anybody says. Never. We live in the future. You know,
A
we
lot.
live in the future where I can rip a song and make a karaoke from the actual MP3 and have it come out pretty good.
Karaoke.
That
Karaoke.
is the future. You could not do that in the 90s. Period. Here's what I'm thinking. Because other than the little accents that we're having
Mhm.
and whatnot, I think this is going to be a real timing based one, you know?
Right.
So what I'm thinking is let's go crazy with the timing. And because of that, because I feel like cheating, and what that just means is that we'll insert this in post. That's what I'm thinking. It's like it's cool. All right, you see that yeah, you could totally do it in this, and it will work, and it's fine. However, we're already video editing and hit film.
Yeah. Okay.
we'll just add it there. And I'm all about pushing that. You push it to a certain point. It's just not going to function, and it's not going to work. And I'd rather it do what I want it to do than settle, I guess. See, see, there should be that should be a thing. That should be a thing. That's kind of what I was looking at. It's like, that looks like, it's like, I feel like I'm missing notes here whenever that happens, you know? I just I want this to be more timed with music, preferably.
Right.
Because again, there's a lot of static right here when it doesn't have to be. That's kind of the part where I wish that part was back here too, so you can kind of get like a full thing rather than just that spot. That's, I thought it would be, but apparently, it's not. That's kind of one of those. 'Cause I do like it, like the timing based stuff when it's timed specifically to the music. It's little things like that. I fucking love it. It makes me happy when they're timed fun like that, you know? So yeah, so. See, I knew this was gonna be a thing. What about, all right, we're gonna save that real quick because we know what we're doing. Maybe a little bit. See, you thought we were good. Nope, not. Wrong there too. Why is that? Why? I guess I was just doing it to a beat as opposed to. That's the other thing. I do try to make displays different than removals. Removals are always going to be to a beat every time. And so I don't like having them like displays to a beat if I can avoid it. So something with the music as opposed to something with the drums, you know? So I was like, no, we'll do just the ahs. I think it's better.
But since you've been gone, I can't breathe.
See, notice these are actually. It sounds like it's timed to the beat to me, but also I know for a fact it's on when the chord changes. See, that's the question becomes. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, chord changes are great when that happens, but it's just one of those frustrates me slightly, and it's a dumb thing to be frustrated about it when it's like, yeah, it's on the chord change, but there's also a beat with it. I don't like it when it's on like the downbeat or whatever. It's so stupid that I think like that. I have to have to divorce myself of that. And it's also really strange whenever the music, whatever it's slightly, I'll say mistimed is probably not the right word, but where it's offbeat, where it's like you think it's on beat, but it's not really. So whoever was playing it or whatever, it's like, oh, that's a human player. You can tell because it's slightly off.
Right.
It's like that Joan Jett song where it's like, yeah, you think it's 134 and it starts out 134 beats, but then it drifts for sure. And you don't notice it. But when you start really dialing into stuff, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's so frustrating. And that's the other thing with, in my opinion, if you're gonna do stuff to the actual beat with the intros, do them like really like. You know, that's kind of how I feel about it. It's like, no, that's really,
Mhm.
really time it. It's not just the quarter beats or whatever. Do it to the do, you know.
Mhm.
I think that could be better. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. That works too. Good. Show the logo flavor plus, you know. I think that'd be more fun. Because it'll build that entire, build all the way to there, and it'll have we have a lot of space here where we can kind of you know.
Mm.
Again, what I say, I don't like static, and yeah, it's pretty fucking static there. Do a lot of this. It's just, I wonder, it's like, listen to this song a lot? I do. I kind of like this though, where it just builds with that beat. I mean, we could totally that part, but
Mhm.
I kind of like. I like how that
It's more
builds.
with that part of the song the way it is now.
I agree. I just want to make sure that if it were just me, I might convince myself to put it into there, but no,
Mhm.
right. I
But it's
feel like
really
it gives a little more emphasis on it, you know? It's like,
Mhm.
now the question becomes, do we want to split it up and really, because there's a lot of, let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Like there's some stuff we could. I also wish I could make that bigger.
Right.
There are little things that,
Right.
in
Yeah.
reality, it's so hard for me to like complain-ish, because a lot of it's like, no one would. This doesn't affect a lot of people.
Mhm.
This is a me problem. I hate this hobby. I hate this hobby so much. I mean, I enjoy it, but it's also, it plays to my worst things of just, oh, all right, so what do I want? I want it to do this. Okay. Then you should learn programming then,
Right.
idiot.
Yeah.
He's like, God, no, I don't want to do that. Let's do this. Well, hold on. Let's do this. Work backwards here. Again, my joke to everyone is, I don't do anything special. I'll just make shit fly on the screen, you know. It's just, and kind of, it's just, you know, dynamic video. At first I like walls of text because I was able to get through it. I was able to, you know, I wanted to be able to read the damn thing, but now it's very much, nah, it's making fun looking. So there's it. See, that should be like a, not just if let's be consistent. We're doing it for the other one.
Mhm.
We should do it for this one. Go 100%. don't bullshit this around. You already did it once. Let's just do it. Say exactly. Part of it is very much the weird bullshit music that he's throwing together. So emphasize that. And we're already doing it once. I'm not suggesting individual letters yet. I don't know. I just like you've seen before. I don't want to half-ass something. If you're gonna do it, do the full do full ass, because if you do it, if you don't get it to the point where you want it to, you're gonna go back and do it later. All it will take is redo the video, put it into that thing, add that title card, which I already have, render it back out, re-upload. Will I lose some views? Yeah, but who cares? I'd rather it be I'm the one who's singing them whenever I go up, whenever I'm doing virtual, and I notice the fuck out of it when it's wrong. For some reasons, certain things bother me more than others, and if it bothers me, like this is, oh yeah, the timing stuff on the bam, 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 bam. I love all that. It's one of my favorite things when I can. That makes me happy to see when I watch the video while I'm doing it. Just gives me like
like an extra boost.
Yeah, it really does. Like the I just wish there was another thing to actually do on that last beat. There's nothing to be done on that last beat. I just because I love it every time. And there's a spot in Alone that does that too. That's just like, it makes me happy to see. I don't know why. But that's kind of more of those when the yeah, I guess how to when the drum part is like a emphasized, or it's a fill, as opposed that could totally be used for a display. But if it's just a standard beat, that should be used for removal. That's my rule. That I didn't just qualified it, quantified it into words just now. That's how I operate, because that's the thing, is that it goes into this part, which is it's very fractured word. That's why because if I were to do that in one line, it'd be I'm the cult of, it's individual words, and it would just kind of scroll and then scroll and then scroll, and it looks stuttered, I guess. It looks like it's wrong just by the video. And because I just had that thought of like, why I could have put like I'm the cult of personality down below it, but no, it does. The next verse is literally something you can't do with that. Right. And I wanted to emphasize that separation because that's part of the song. I don't want to have to go back. I want us to be both happy with it, of like, no, that looks really cool and it fits and it's awesome. I don't have to go, yeah, it works.